Today I'm going to do a market update for Brickell condominiums in Miami, and I'm going to get started right now. Hey everyone, my name's Jamey Prezzi. I'm a real estate agent in Miami-Dade and Broward counties, and today I'm going to do a market update for a very popular neighborhood in Miami known as Brickell. But first, if this is your first time here, hit the subscribe button so you never miss another update. We do put out new videos every week. Also use the link in our information box and download our free guides today. Feel free to call or text me. I'm also on WhatsApp. All of the information is in the information box. And also there's a link if you would like to schedule a chat with me. You can use the Calendly link in the information box. Okay, let's get started. I always like to start by showing people a layout of the neighborhood so you can get an idea about where a specific neighborhood is. So this is a really good drone shot that our drone photographer did. This is looking from Miami Beach. This is actually the Sunset Island neighborhood of Miami Beach. And this is overlooking west. And you can see Brickell's on the south, and then downtown Miami, Edgewater, and then Midtown. It's a beautiful picture, right? Brickell is south of downtown Miami. It's west of Miami Beach. It's about a 10-minute drive across the bridge to Miami Beach if there's not a lot of traffic. It's south of Edgewater. It's also south of Midtown Miami, as you saw here. And Brickell's also north of Coral Gables. Brickell's on the Biscayne Bay. And also this body of water here is the Miami River. So it opens up into Biscayne Bay. Brickell is considered a financial district in Miami, and there are beautiful office buildings. There's also a lot of luxury high-rise condominium buildings throughout this neighborhood. And in these buildings, there are a lot of stores inside and throughout the buildings, restaurants, shopping. There's just a lot going on in Brickell, and it is definitely a big neighborhood inside of Miami-Dade County. A lot of people go to Brickell City Center. There's a lot of shopping and dining and entertainment in Brickell City Center. And then there's also Mary Brickell Village, which is a little bit older shopping center that has been here for many, many years. And this area is just really full of gorgeous high-rise residential properties and just super luxurious properties. I'm Brickell right now, and we're doing a condominium update. There are 508 condos available from $245 to $39.5 million. Per Miami, a huge range of pricing, just depending on the type of property. Obviously, it's always about the age, the condition, and the location. You would think that because Brickell's located on the bay that there are just tons of buildings on the bay side with huge, expansive bay views. And while there are some, the majority of the buildings are a little bit farther set back from the bay. There's only so much land that's available for those bayfront properties. So a lot of the buildings are more interior buildings within the Brickell neighborhood, and the views are often of other buildings and whatever is around that neighborhood. Of course, the waterfront properties and views come at a premium. There are currently 496 properties under contract right now, starting at $228 up to $17.5 million. Again, huge, a wide range in the pricing. Over the last 180 days, there were 1,221 properties that sold on Brickell, the condominiums. Again, there's really mostly condominiums at Brickell. There's not a lot of single-family homes there. And the pricing was from $167 up to $15.9 million. This highest sold property was a 6-bedroom, 6.2 bathrooms in Millennium Tower residence for $15.9 million. Okay. In 2020, there were 935 sales. In 2021, there were 2,638 sales. That's a big bump up in the Brickell neighborhood. The average sale in 2020 was $510,000, and the average sale in 2021 was $620,000. Again, keep in mind that this is the average, right? So I'm pulling the highs and the lows, and that creates an average. So you know I love trend graphics, and for this report, I had to pull the zip codes, which are in Brickell, and that kind of can go out just a little bit outside of Brickell too, just because of the way Brickell is set up and laid out. It's not one specific zip code. There's 3 zip codes that make up properties within inside of Brickell. It sort of starts from the more northern, the middle and western, and then southern section of Brickell. So again, this will include some properties outside of Brickell, but just will kind of give you a brief overview of condominium sales in this area. But the majority of the properties were in Brickell. So this will give you a good overview of the Brickell area. The months of inventory based on closed sales in January 2022 is 3.2 months, which is seller's market. That is up 14.5% compared to last month. So there are more properties on the market. We always like to watch this number because this will dictate if more inventory is coming on the market. And you can see there was a little bit more inventory that came on the market in January compared to December. We're still not quite back to where we were in November of 2020 though. And the inventory is down 80.2% compared to last year. So this is how we do data. Very often people will say, how do you really know? Well, this is how we know. We look at data, we look at charts. We can never predict our real estate market, right? Like, who would have known that you would have had a pandemic that would have really created this huge demand for people to buy real estate in our area? But right now we are in a very high demand area. Inventory is very low. I would say throughout the United States, though, people are seeing this. It's not just a phenomenon here. People are buying real estate and inventory is very low for many different reasons. And so this is how we help our clients make good decisions. And again, people will say, what do you think is going to happen? Well, I think until more inventory comes on the market is going to be a very challenging time for buyers to buy real estate. So that's what's going on. You can always reach out to us. This is my husband, Ognjen Prezzi. I'm Jamey Prezzi. You can find us on Instagram at the Prezzis, on YouTube. Obviously, that's a big channel for us. A lot of people find us on our YouTube channel, and we work from South Miami into parts of Broward County. Okay, I hope you have found this helpful, and we will see you soon.